Okay, so here is this is the Cancer new moon. Today's the 12th. This is the Cancer new moon in 2 days on July 14th, 2026 in the morning, New York, Eastern Daylight Time. But if you're in a different time zone, the new moon is going to be a little different. It's not going to be exactly at that time, but it will be on the 14th of 2026. Now, I did a lot of research in the last month or two on some of the transits and when they occurred in the past, which is really, really interesting. If you look at cycles in your life, you can pinpoint times that were tough for you or challenging or periods of growth. And this is really, really interesting. So the first thing I want to mention for Cancerian moonchild people, people born with the sun in Cancer, but especially the moon in Cancer and Cancer rising people, this is amazing. So here we have on the new moon, we have the sun at 21, the moon at 21 conjunct. Mercury is now retrograde at 19, which is also conjunct this, and the ascendant is 22 degrees, all conjunct. And this is all hitting a star called Castor. So it's part of the constellation of Castor and Pollux. And Castor is a cunning, it's a cunning sign. Now, Cancer at this degree, late Cancer can be emotionally manipulative, especially if the native doesn't have a moral compass or have a good path. So this is cunning. It can be Mercury, Venus, or Saturn influenced with the star. And some people that have this conjunction in their chart, Bill Cosby, John Rockefeller, Tom Hanks, Courtney Love, Catherine, Princess of Wales, Liza Minnelli, they both have the moon. There's a lot of negativity, and some of these people have had questionable things happen in their lives and attracted it. So again, that Cancer moon energy, Cancer energy is the Earth Mother energy in general. It's the Earth Mother, male or female doesn't matter. It's mothering. It's Earth mothering. But this late degree suggests the third decanate, and which is a co-ruler of Neptune, which can be cunning and deceptive when it's combined with the negative aspects of Cancer and the moon energy. But Cancer obviously has a lot of positive aspects, but this is not early, pure, raw Cancer energy. This is not pure, raw, is late third decan Cancer energy. But the fact that you have the sun, moon, Mercury, and rising, all conjunct in Cancer, the final dispositor of this chart, it all anchors and comes back to the moon. So what does that mean for all the signs? Well, now, if you're looking at a solar chart, a lot of astrologers are talking about a solar chart. For Cancer people, this is going to be basically on your first house in general. But what's more important than just doing that and starting from wherever Cancer is on your solar chart is to know your real chart and to find out where all that Cancer energy is housed in this new moon chart for yourself this week. And it's not just the sun and the moon. I'm getting chills. It's not just the sun and the moon. We have Mercury, which is retrograde, and we have that ascendant. It's an enormous amount of moon energy. I wouldn't be surprised if there's departed people that are Cancer that are watching this and helping us right now. In fact, I feel it. Cancer moon. I've had many departed in my family that were sun in Cancer zodiac sign. But again, it also goes to any planets in Cancer. Now, there's no major Capricorn. We don't have any planets. Pluto here at retrograde, 4 of Aquarius. This is just barely a cusp energy with Capricorn, but we don't have any specific direct Capricorn energy playing out anymore. And of course, we did for years there. So locate where Cancer is in your chart. In my chart, all of this falls in my 8th house. Yeah, all in my 8th house, every degree. So anyone's Cancer planets near this degree falls in my 8th house, which is very hidden, but it's also very transformative for me. So that can be uncomfortable. Anytime there's someone's planets are in your 8th house, can be very, very uncomfortable. It's almost like someone can see the veil. If you have a curtain, you're trying to hide. It's like a dressing room. You're trying to hide and be private because you're dressing, but someone can see through that veil a little bit, possibly. So that planet can be a teacher to you. So it is uncomfortable, but it's a teacher, just like anything else. I've been watching a lot of different astrologers lately talk about the transits and how they do progressions and synastry charts and solar charts, directions, and all this stuff. But what the main thing you need to remember, and this always works, is you want to think of your life in terms of angles. Your life, depending on how old you are, you always want to think in terms of 7-year cycles. Now, that's very, very true for psychology and is also true for the cosmos and astrology and astronomy. Like 7-year cycles. And if that is too much, you can break that down into 3-year or 3.5-year cycles, or even 1.5 and 1.75, almost 2-year cycles. If you look at your life and what happened and how you changed and how your situations changed in that way, you will find clues. You know, you'll find clues in your life, clues to success and clues to failure. So success leaves clues, but so does failure. Failure of a relationship, job, situation, a house, an apartment, a living situation, whatever, even travel plans. So a Cancer rising person that doesn't have Cancer planets is going to appear like a mother Cancer person, an earth mother, a carer, a caring, a nurturer, but can also appear as defensive, a hider, a manipulator, a person that's cunning, and that is so intuitive that they can use that against themselves and against others as well. And Cancer is an interesting sign because Cancers are very shrewd, but they're also very intuitive. But this particular new moon, what's interesting is these are square Saturn, but it's kind of a loose square. It's square Libra by sign, but not by degree. And again, it's opposing by sign, not degree. So this Cancer moon, there's opportunities for everyone to use it more positively because it's not caught up in a square of tension. Tension always means growth, but it always means tension. So this isn't necessarily super tense for people. I'd be very interested to know how Cancer planets feel. People have positions in Cancer or Cancer rising, how they feel about this. But even if you have Cancer on the 10th, I believe, let's see, a couple people I follow. I think Space Hotel, the British musician I did a profile on years ago, who's a Pisces. Space Hotel musician, I believe he has Cancer at the top of his chart. But again, no planets in Cancer. But you could have it on the 10th, which is the public and career. You could have it on the 1st. You could even have it on the 7th of relationships and marriage, or the 4th of family. It's going to affect. It's going to affect you. But and another positive thing for this is the fact that here, so Cancer is sextile Taurus. There's no major Taurus instead of Chiron. And it's also sextile Virgo over here. Now, Venus just entered Virgo. In 2 days, Virgo will be at 5 degrees of Venus. Virgo Venus is not well placed in astrology. It doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's cold or terrible. Virgo Venus people are often in love with their work. Virgo Venus, more than any other Venus position, gives their love to work and service. You'll never find a Virgo Venus person that does not give to something outside of themselves. And they will work tirelessly. If it's in acting, they will make it to the point where they're humble and self-deprecating, and they will be hilarious. Will Ferrell, Robin Williams, Venus and Virgo. They will give their love energy through work, through service. It's easier for them. Virgo Venus is incredibly shy. It's very sexual. Virgo Venus is the goddess. So there's no lack of sexuality there. There's no lack of sensuality there, especially for women. Virgo Venus women, woo! It's all there. But the love and the affection and the warm fuzziness, Virgo doesn't allow Venus to be warm and fuzzy that often. I always find Virgo Venus people to be lovely people. You can have wonderful conversations with them as well. My late uncle, who passed away, he had Virgo Venus. You could have amazing conversations with him. He was so intelligent and well-read, well-researched. He was a genealogy researcher, my uncle. And so Virgo Venus people are often very kind, helpful, and loving in their own quiet, dutiful way. But they're not warm and fuzzy. So the cosmos right now is not warm and fuzzy with that Venus in Virgo. But all this Cancer can be warm and fuzzy. No matter how defensive or armored it is, it's a lot of soft, it's a jellyfish underneath. So that's really what we're looking at. All right, so it's 11:17. I know a couple of people came in late. Does anyone have a comment or a question? Because I'm going to try to keep these to like 15, 20 minutes because I want to do them more often. And I will do another one at 6 or 7 p.m. Tonight on YouTube. But you want to keep track of, you really want to get to know, like you want to memorize your own natal or birth chart. That's the most important thing. Now, a lot of astrologers believe we go beyond our natal chart. Once we grow and we've gone through lessons with our self, lessons with marriages or relationships, we can grow out of our natal chart and some of those lower urges. We can be done with it. And that's very, very true for people that are, let's say, 70 or older, because 70 is 10 7-year cycles. So someone that's turning 50 this year, they've gone through 7 cycles. 7 times 7 is 49. So the 49 and 50-year-olds this year that are having their Chiron return, this Chiron at 0 of Taurus, lessons and wounds over their worth, because Taurus is values and worth. With Aries, it was more the self. It was more childhood wounds. Grow up for yourself. You know, the cancel culture right now is like everyone wants to blame somebody for everything. You want to blame Trump. You want to blame Obama. You want to blame this person. You want to blame this person. It's like people need to stop the blame and just start having ownership. Smash Mellows, good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? 100%. We need to all own it. I'm owning myself, not blaming everybody. I'm going through some stuff. It's rough right now, but you know what? You have to you just got to sit up and do that. So that's where we're at. I'll talk more about that with Saturn and Aries, because the Aries folks and the Aries planets right now are getting it. Cancel culture is so stupid. Good to see you too. Exactly. I'm glad to see a lot of, it's interesting. I'm Generation X, and as I'm getting older, my audience is getting younger. So I'm thanking Gen Z and millennials for keeping my channel. Without Gen Z and millennials, my channel wouldn't be alive right now. My channel would have died a couple of years ago. So it's not the older people that are keeping my channel going, or even my age. So I appreciate the 20s and 30s and even early 40s of people that are keeping this channel going, because as long as there's people that are still interested, I will continue to do this. But I appreciate you showing up, and these aspects really point to the ownership and responsibility that we all have to have. Now, there's no major Capricorn here, no major Taurus, and really no major Virgo, because this Virgo Venus is going to go into Libra in a few weeks. That's going to be gone. So we're really lacking, the cosmic chart's lacking groundedness here. There's not a lot of Earth. There is a ton of cardinal energy, which is force, but there's a lack of fixed energy. The fixed signs, there's a lack of fixed energy right now. So fixed and Earth, there's a lack of a Taurus kind of vibe right now. So what could that mean for us right now? That could mean is, you know, it'd be a good thing. If anyone that's feeling unstable, if you're feeling wobbly or unstable, spend time with someone that you know has Taurus planets. That would be the best advice. A positive person, a positive Sun in Taurus, Moon in Taurus person, Venus, Mars, Taurus rising, or someone with a Taurus stellium. That would be good, because Taurus people, they're laying low right now because there's no major, except for someone that's a 0 Taurus. So someone that's April 20th, April 21st, or April 22nd of any year, 20, 21, 22 for April, you're getting Chiron in your sun. So they're going to feel that, those early Taurus people. And then the 76 people, and I think I have some people that I follow on social media that are born in 76. For those of you that are turning 50 this year, if you know someone that's turning the big 50, it's their Chiron return, or Chiron, however you want to say it. Huge year. It's going to hurt. 49, 50, and 51 is tough. It's not too young and it's not too old, but it hurts. So people that are feeling that know that it'll pass, but they have to find their worth. They have to find their worth for 1976 people. All right, so I'm going to wrap that up. I went a little over the 15 minutes, but I appreciate you showing up. I think I'll try to make this into either 1 or 2 videos after this. I'll chop it up, maybe make 2, edit it. And I'm going to start doing more and more of these. As you can see with my channel, if you've been following my channel, my content's flying out. So I'm cranking it. We're going on all cylinders now. From here to next January, we got to move this channel. That's my time frame for myself. Thank you. And I appreciate every view. And I want to send prayers out to Venezuela, because I have had views from them. So prayers to Venezuela. But my 2 countries I want to send love to is, before that was the little United States. So and I may pop up, I'm going to probably do 1 or 2 Sundays a month where I do 2 or 3 live streams like this quickly throughout the day, and you can pick and choose what's interested, and I'm going to try not to bore you.